Struggling with IELTS Writing Task one-line graphs? Here's the good news: you do not need to be a mathematician. Examiners are not rewarding you for writing every number you see. They want a clear report of trends, smart comparisons, and precise language. If you can stay organized, you can score well. And if you can finish fast, even better, because task 2 counts twice as much. So today, I'm going to show you a simple 4-paragraph formula that turns a confusing graph into a manageable 20-minute plan. Here is the structure. Spend about 20 minutes and aim for 150 words or more, not exactly 150. That small cushion matters. Paragraph 1 is your introduction, where you paraphrase the prompt. Paragraph 2 is your overview, where you describe the 2 biggest trends without specific numbers. Paragraph 3 covers one logical group of data. Paragraph 4 covers the other. That structure helps you with coherence, task achievement, vocabulary, and grammar all at once. In other words, it feeds the rubric. Now let's apply it to a real example. The graph shows the percentage of households with internet access in Canada, the UK, and South Korea from 2010 to 2025. First, check the axes. The vertical axis gives percentages, and the horizontal axis shows past years, so your verbs should be in the past simple. That means rose, climbed, remained, and overtook. No future language here. No speculation either. Don't explain why the numbers change unless the graph tells you. Just report what is there. For paragraph 1, you simply paraphrase the prompt. You might say, the line graph illustrates the proportion of homes with internet access in Canada, the UK, and South Korea over a 15-year period from 2010 to 2025. Notice how the meaning stays the same, but the wording changes. That is exactly what you want in the introduction: accurate, controlled paraphrasing. Then comes the overview, and this is where many students lose easy marks. Do not hide the main message inside a pile of details. Step back and identify the big picture. In this graph, all 3 countries rose overall, and South Korea stayed the highest throughout most or all of the period. So your overview could be: overall, internet access increased in all 3 nations over time. In addition, South Korea remained the leading country across the whole period. Short, clear, and no numbers. Now group the data logically. Do not write one paragraph per country unless that makes the most sense. Here, Canada and the UK move in a similar pattern, so they belong together. South Korea is different because it shows a much stronger rise, so it deserves its own paragraph. That is the Band 7 strategy: group similar trends, then isolate the standout line. It makes your report easier to read, and easier to score. For paragraph 3, compare Canada and the UK. You could write, in 2010, Canada stood at 40%. Marginally higher than the UK at 35%. Both countries climbed steadily over the following years. By 2020, the UK had overtaken Canada, reaching 68%, while Canada rose more gradually. Here, notice the useful vocabulary: marginally higher, climbed steadily, overtaken, reached, rose gradually. These are precise trend words, not decorative words. Precision matters more than sounding fancy. For paragraph 4, focus on South Korea. You might say, South Korea started at a much lower level than the leading country at the beginning, but it surged rapidly and remained the strongest performer. Its figure rose sharply, eventually approaching universal internet access by the end of the period. That gives you variety in grammar and vocabulary: surged, rose sharply, remained, eventually. Again, the goal is not to list every data point. The goal is to show the pattern clearly. Before you finish, do a quick final check. Is your tense consistent? Have you used comparison words like whereas, meanwhile, and by contrast? Did you include an overview? Did you avoid over-explaining? Those tiny details can make the difference between a scattered response and a controlled one. So remember the formula: introduction, overview, 2 grouped detail paragraphs. Keep your language precise, your comparisons clear, and your time disciplined. That is how line graphs become predictable. And predictable is powerful. Pause and plan for 2 minutes.